Table manners, don't talk while you are eating. That was one of the instructions I grew up to know. My mom sings this into my ears while eating at the table. Come on, Dayo, you don't talk, you are eating. And oftentimes, I've seen my dad and my mom right at the dining table engage in gross discussion. Then it's become an inner thought for me. Why will mom correct me on something? And here she's doing it. Now, leadership is like parenting. Now, if you cannot lead yourself as a person, it is practically impossible to lead others. And leadership involves a form of self-awareness. Now, what is self-awareness? Self-awareness is having a clear perception about yourself, including your strength, your weaknesses, your motivations, your emotions, your beliefs, and your thoughts. Now, those I just mentioned, they are the core things a self-aware person must be aware of. Now, De Hawk said something, the founder of Visa. He said, if you want to be a leader, spend 40% investing in yourself first. Now, in this part of the world, we think leadership is all about fame, money, charisma. Oh yeah, people so much believe, oh that guy, let's make him a leader. He has the charisma. Now, we've forgotten that leadership is something we do from within. It's something we do from within. If you cannot lead yourself, it is practically impossible to lead others. Now, how do you become self-aware? How do you become a self-aware person? Things I'll be talking about. Now, you need to keep learning. You need to keep learning. And trust me, learning is a lifetime assignment. Oh, it's practically impossible for you to become an island of knowledge. Keep learning about yourself. What are the things? What are your core values? What are your perceptions about life? How do you view things? It is very important that we keep learning about ourselves to become a self-aware person. Secondly, unleash your potential. Your ability to lead is from within. Everything you need to become a very good leader, a very great leader, an acceptable leader is from within. Look more inward. Now, this is one of those things I believe, one of my guiding principles in life is that life is lived from the inside to the outside. Now, a lot of us are more of external beings. The same thing with leadership. People tend to lead from the external. No, you lead from the internal, then you show it outwardly. So it's very important. It's very important that you keep learning, unleash your inner potential. Now, the third thing is this. It's very, very important that, yes, we try to bring out the best out of others. Now, that is your most important assignment as a leader. Leaders don't raise followers. Leaders raise leaders. And it takes leaders who are self-aware, who has a form of self-security to be able to actually lead others, to be able to actually bring out the best out of others. Now, those three things I've mentioned, if you could inculcate them into yourself as a leader, you will naturally become a self-aware person. Now, Dr. Snestrel is a professor in American University. He said something which I love so much. He said, leadership is an inner game, but a public act. Leadership is an inner game, but a public act. What does that mean? It means your ability to lead first comes from the inside. Now, most people think leadership is all about dishing out instructions, it's all about being able to control people. No. It's far, far beyond that. Now, I remember in primary school, they taught us leadership is the ability to lead people to achieve a goal. Yes, but it is not about commanding people. It is not about forcing people. It's about your ability to motivate others to achieve that particular thing you're about to achieve. Now, as a leader, something happened recently. I'm a core member, of course, it's obvious. I'm on my ceremonial wear. And I had a secretary general. We had an issue with attendance in the CDS. And one of those days, I was trying to avoid the continuous issue. So I told him, okay, Sergeant, today I'll be handling the attendance. He said, no, you can't handle it. It's my office, I'm in charge to do that. I was like, no, Sergeant, it's your office. Yes, but I'm the president. Let me just handle this so there won't be a reoccurrence of issues. Then he refused. Okay, I needed to just report him to the appropriate corner. And when we got there, he made some allegations. He was suspecting maybe I would be dubious with the attendance. Of course, as a president, the authority allowed me, like, okay, he's your president, whatever he says is final. Now, that incident alone could have breed a form of serious disagreement, even as ESCOs. But because I was a leader who had a form of self-awareness, I still drew closer to him. Now, he was a guy we chat so well, and we talk so well. But after the incidents, certain things began to happen. We're not really close. It was then I tried to move closer to him. And I did something during his birthday. I changed the DP of the WhatsApp group of the group, and I changed it to his own DP. And I also wrote something as a president. Okay, please, today is my sergeant's birthday. Please appreciate him. He's such a good person. And he had a good response. Now, the next day after his birthday, he sent a text to me. He said, wow, President, you are really a good leader. I'm sorry. I apologize for what I've done. Now, I was able to win him back to myself. And trust me, the achievement is that he's one of those guys that has been making things happen, even in the tenure, as I'm serving as the president. Imagine I had allowed that little issue to cause a problem between us. I would have been a leader without a form of self-awareness, who could not carry my group along just with slightest issue. So for me, it's an achievement as an upcoming leader. What am I trying to say in essence? Mark Zuckerberg said something. He said it is important that we take self-development a priority for leadership. Don't forget, leadership is not about money. It's not about charisma. It's not about fame. It's about the ability to lead yourself. And most times, there are two categories of persons. People who think they have a form of self-awareness, and people who are actually self-aware of themselves. And during my research, I saw that 95% of people think they have a form of self-awareness. And in the real sense, it's actually only 5% that are really self-aware about themselves. Now, I'll be closing on this note. There's a Chinese proverb that says, to know yourself, to know others is strength. To know yourself is true wisdom. To master others is intelligence. To master yourself is a form of power. Your leadership ability is not complete until you become self-aware. It is very, very important. Thanks for listening to me.